Have you ever wondered if the mightiest kings sometimes fall, not because of warriors or weapons, but because of gentle hearts and silent choices? Many believe Ravana was doomed by his own pride. But what if the real thread weaving his end was Sita, the very woman he sought to enslave? Imagine a moonless night in ancient India, the kind that carries the weight of legends. The forests sway with secrets, and the kingdom of Lanka sits silent, its golden towers glaring over a turbulent ocean. Here begins a story where destinies tangle and the meaning of fate is reshaped, not by swords, but by someone's will. Before our story unfolds, subscribe to join us on this journey through the epics. In all the grand halls of history, Sita is often painted as the ideal woman, the patient queen, the devoted wife. But let's pause for a second. Can patience and resilience become the flames that bring an empire to its knees? Today, we are peeling back the layers to ask, was Sita, in her silence and her suffering, the true architect of Ravana's fall? Close your eyes for a second and picture the legendary court of Lanka. Ravana, the 10-headed king, sits draped in jewels and arrogance. His voice thunders. His shadow stretches wide enough to swallow reason. But in the palace garden, far away from the feasts and arguments, a quiet rebellion stirs. There stands Sita, hands folded, eyes unwavering, held captive but not conquered. It's often said that Ravana's undoing was his pride. But pride isn't a hammer that crashes overnight. It's a rope, woven, tightened, and finally snapped. And Sita, from that very garden, tugged at that rope, thread by thread. Let's slip back to the fateful day when Ravana swept Sita away from Panchavati. She screams for help. But what follows isn't just the beginning of her hardship. It's the first tremor in a mighty storm. Sita refuses to be just another captive. She won't eat his food. She won't look his way. Her rejections, silent but fiery, gnaw at Ravana's patience. Every day, Ravana tries a new tactic. Gifts, threats, false warmth, royal offers. Every day, Sita returns them, untouched. She becomes a mirror to Ravana's obsessions, showing him only what he can never possess. Her silence is louder than all the arguments in Lanka. Her refusal, a boulder on the road to his victory. But why does this matter? Because kingdoms don't crumble by axes alone. They rot from the inside. Every no Sita utters is a poison drop in Ravana's cup of confidence. He grows reckless, furious, blinded. His ministers warn him. Even his closest allies question his judgment. But he's deaf to reason because Sita never gives him the satisfaction he craves. Stories say that Sita prays to Mother Earth, her tears watering the bitter soil. She remembers Rama, the love she clings to in exile. Flashbacks echo, days of laughter in Ayodhya, the painful walk through the forest, her promise that nothing, not war, not gods, nor monsters, will pull her loyalty from Rama. These memories aren't just soft whispers, they are shields. With every passing day, Sita's refusal to bow shakes Ravana's certainty. Think about the loneliness of a king, surrounded by yes-men and grandeur, yet haunted by a single woman's defiance. Ravana's obsessions lead him to abandon strategy, to ignore ancient warnings, to forget caution. He brings Sita into public view, thinking public humiliation will break her. Instead, crowds murmur. Even among his own people, doubt stirs. A king obsessed is a king weakened. Meanwhile, Sita's suffering isn't hidden. Hanuman enters Lanka, swift as wind, cheeky as hope, slipping into the gardens at night. He finds Sita, sees her courage, and rushes back to Rama. This isn't just a rescue plan, it's a rallying cry. The moment Hanuman brings Sita's story to the monkey army, Rama's heart becomes steel. Sita's patience and pain stoke fires in others. Troops are raised, alliances forged, oaths sworn. Ravana, once a master of fate, now finds himself outmaneuvered not by Rama's bow alone, but by the consequences of his obsession. Sita's resistance has bought time, sowed doubt, and forced his hand. In battles to come, it's not just glory or revenge that drives Rama's army. It's the hope of restoring Sita's dignity. As the war unfolds, fate's strings tighten. Sita's memory becomes every soldier's battle cry. When Ravana's brother Vibhishana defects, it isn't only because of honor, but because he can no longer watch his brother spiral into darkness over a woman who will never see him as a king. Now, the climax. The final day of war. Arrows fly like lightning strikes. Ravana falls, not like a demon defeated by a god, but like a man broken by an obsession that drains his reason. As Ravana's heads are severed, one by one, echoes ripple through the battlefield. None of this would have happened if Sita had broken, if Sita had yielded, if Sita had just been a passive victim. But she wasn't. Her defiance, her dignity, these were silent weapons, sharper than any sword. After the war, Sita stands before a world that questions her purity. Her eyes burn with the clarity of someone who has survived not just a demon, but the judgment of society. Yet, in everything, from Rama's rescue mission to Ravana's reckless downfall, her influence is undeniable. Was Sita indirectly responsible for Ravana's death? To understand this, look beyond swords and prophecies. Think of the power hidden in resilience. While others plotted, Sita's unswayed stand molded events in ways even she may not have dreamed. In the end, Lanka burns not because of a single arrow, but because of a woman's willpower, the granite resolve of Sita, which outlasted walls, temptations, and threats. Her strength pierced through Ravana's arrogance, seeping into every fabric of his fate until it unraveled his world. Legends tell us that great wars are won by great warriors, but sometimes the mightiest battles are fought in the chambers of the heart, in silent gardens, by those whose names are spoken with whispers, not roars. Sita, through her quiet defiance, steered the current of history and proved that sometimes change begins not with a shout, but with a silent refusal to bow. Curious about how Hanuman's courage changed the course of the story? Tap the next video and find out how the monkey god made the impossible possible.